Azure Dragons are OP at all Town Hall levels, and today we're going to show you that by bringing some unusual hero pet and hero equipment combinations, how you can make Azure Dragons even stronger. A common toxic double poison tower ring base. Let's take it down. I'm bringing the clone in today's video. Maybe you'll see the value of it, maybe you won't. But today I want to focus on the heroes with the pets and their equipment. Have a look at the king here. We've got the fox on him. Because if you're going to put a king on the flank by himself, I kind of like the fox because it makes the king invisible. Now I am bringing the rage vial and the gauntlet in this attack, but later in the video you'll see me bring the vamp stash, which gets that nice little self-healing. Now for the queen, I don't know if you saw it there, but we're not bringing the invisibility vial. So we're using the rocket balloons to get rid of this air defense on the top side, king to get rid of the air defense on the bottom side, and then Azure Dragons through the middle. Rest of the balloons are coming in, and the queen's on the top side. So you see, we've got the wall breaker. That's what the wall breaker in the army's for. It's so you can do a mini queen charge. Pop the warden ability with the double rage, kind of like an E-drag hit. Unfortunately, the fox gets wrecked by the ricochet cannon. Not much you can do. I still think it allowed the king to get more value. Now, as soon as the queen's under too much damage, pop the queen ability. It does seem like a waste, but then you get these nice healers, and we've got the frozen arrow too. Now, 2 healers doesn't seem like much, but when you've got the frozen arrow with it, 2 healers is way, way more. So the queen charge coming in on the top side, Azure Dragons helping out, and look at this. That ground bow, not doing anything to our queen, and this is only level 15 hero equipment. Imagine if I had a level 27 frozen arrow. Now, this attack's not about the frozen arrow and the healer puppet necessarily. It's also about the Azure Dragons. I mean, look at this. They are going to completely wreck this back-end air defense. I love watching the trails. Oh, so good to look at. And look at that. Not using the Royal Champion in this. Now, the Fox is really nice with the Royal Champion, and it's definitely stronger than the Diggy. But if having the Fox on the king allows him to take out half the base, as you can see, he's still up at the bottom of the screen. If it allows him to take out a huge funnel, then it's worth it, because the Diggy's really not that bad with the Royal Champion. But yeah, this base got wrecked by us. No troll tester at the top. The queen dealt with that at the start. Let's move on to the next base. Here is a toxic double rage tower box base. I hate hitting this base style. Yet again, running the fox on the king, but this time we've got the vamp stash instead of the rage vial. I guess you'll see if that gets the value you think is worth it. Here are the Azure Dragons with the troops, with the balloons coming in behind. I have the rocket balloons to get that flanking air defense, and then any second now I'm going to put down the blimp and that warden ability. Unfortunately, I don't get any balloons in it. I should have done that a second earlier. I popped the queen ability early. It seems like a waste, but the queen ability isn't about the invisibility anymore. It's about getting those healers and having the frozen arrow with it to make her completely unkillable. King's on the top side. There you go. We use the gauntlet, so he's not going to have the rage ability whilst he's in the gauntlet, but he's also going to have insane self-healing, not just from the giant gauntlet, but the vamp stash as well. I mean, look at it. He's taken out, you know, his own quarter of the base, and he's still got half health. The Azure Dragons doing a great job. The RC that I sent straight into a skeleton trap, probably not the best to do by her, but that's alright. Still got plenty of Azure Dragons here. I've got a rage for my queen should I need it, but obviously I won't. But I want you to watch this splash here from the Azure Dragons. This is why they're going to be so strong. Look at this scatter. Any second now. It's a really good chain. It's unreliable. Obviously, the Super Dragon's a bit more reliable, but it is so effective when it works. We're going to swag 3 spells on this one. I'm loving the queen charge with Azure Dragons. Now, I'm going to apologize. Azure is a really annoying, tough word to say in an Aussie accent, and I don't know why. I keep going between Azure, because that's what I thought it was, but I looked it up on Google. Yes, I looked up the pronunciation on Google for this video, and it was more like Azure. I'm trying my best. If I mess it up, you can meme me, mock me, whatever. But I am trying my best, I can tell you that much. Yet again, same deal here. We wall break in the queen. We don't have the wall break for the king. He can do his best. This is a double rage ring base. Not a fun base style to hit at all. Now, you do need to set a really good funnel for your Azure Drags. By the way, look at this blimp. Oh, great blimp hooked. I have to use the clone spell, so why not? Now we have double rage towers up on the base. And look at the DPS coming in. It's insane. We popped the queen ability. That got a little bit close. She just about went down there. Keep in mind, you can pop the queen ability and she dies through her ability with it. So yeah, not the greatest there. Now, in terms of the hero pets, you'll notice I am using the Phoenix on the Warden. We talked about this in the other Azure Drag video we did, but the reason for that is the Azure Drags rely on chains through the base. They're kind of like E-Drags in that sense. So if you have the Owl up, it's going to do damage to buildings that you're hoping to chain. RC ability goes off here. Thankfully, she gets rid of that monolith. She's not going to get rid of a whole lot more, but we've got the couple of rocket balloons that we didn't need at the start. That one doesn't do much. This one will take down the Expo, and then we're going to queen charge the rest of the base. Now, I don't know if this charge would have worked if this ricochet cannon doesn't go down. I genuinely don't know. But this is the benefit of having both the frozen arrow and the healing equipment. Yes, you give up the invisibility cloak, and as I sit here, I'm not going to tell you that this combination is necessarily better, because the invisibility cloak is insane. But the invisibility cloak is, you know, not going to work for the entire back end of the base. It's only for a couple of seconds. And I think this hit, the invisibility cloak would have been worse, because we would have got to the back end of the base and either we don't have the healers or we don't have the frozen arrow, and it's going to make this hit a whole lot closer. So yes, the invisibility vial, probably the strongest one, but it only works for, however, is it 7.8 seconds, however long it is. So keep that in mind. In saying that, let's move into the next attack. Let's finish it off with a box base. So King on the left side. I believe I'm running the Giant Gauntlet and the Rage Vial for this one. No Vamp Stash. By the way, look at this. Using the Azure Drags to set a funnel with the chains like that. King and Queen on each side. I use the rocket balloons on the top. Thank you, King. Yet again, running the Fox with the King. So I thought the Fox would be better with the King than it ended up being. I've seen the Fox with the King some of the time, and he can take out half the base, and it's quite insane to think about. By the way, Queen ability and an instant rage spell is what you often have to do. Also, if you're unsure about the clone spell, have a look at this. Have a look at the value the clones get here. I mean, clears out that entire compartment. Insane. But yeah, I've seen the Fox with the King clear out half the base, so I was expecting it to be better than it ended up being, but I still think it's quite strong. Maybe it's best to bring the Fox with the RC and the Frosty with the King, because you do need the Phoenix on the Warden, as I explained in the last hit. But yeah, completely up to you. We're sitting on 3 freeze spells here. I've got a Queen charge and some Azure Drags on the top side. I've got the RC on the bottom side. Her ability will go off in a second. Damage to the Monolith. Have a look at this defensive King, by the way. He's going to get completely wrecked. Oh, I love the chain of the Azure Drags. Is there 5 of them up? I only brought 6 in this attack, and there's 5 up. I think that says a lot about this army. But yeah, just watch for the Queen to deal with the defensive King in a second. Rocket Balloon gets a Sam. That's perfect. Look at this King get wrecked. Doesn't even get close to the Queen, and that is a GG. So let me know. Have you tried the Azure Drags? Do you like them? Do you think they are too strong, too weak? And what do you think is the best hero pet and hero equipment combinations for the army? Let us know.